Good morning, everyone. It's April the 13th. I'm back out on this public spot. It's been a fun season so far. I've been after a couple gobblers here and there on another part of this property, and ended up having a pretty cool encounter with those jakes, but haven't really been able to cut the distance on a gobbler. I'm on a totally new piece, miles away from where I originally started hunting this season, and I'm actually like 300 or 400 yards away from where I killed my opening day bird last year. I'm on day 4 of the season, and it's been fun so far. Just trying to close the distance a little more on one of these gobblers. Hopefully there's one out here. This is really good habitat. Got creek bottoms in between these two ridges, all feeding out to these open fields, not very far away off private. So, sit tight. Got about an hour before they should start gobbling, so should be a good hunt today. Alrighty folks, game on. He's hammering next on this big ridge across from me. And I know there's a flat area. It's kind of open just down the way, so I'm going to get in position. He's ready to go. Let's go. Just can't get away from jakes this season. That was awesome though. I moved into this next valley, and I'm pretty sure there was a gobbler on the point across from me. Then there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jakes all around this bowl, gobbling intermittently. Last group, there's about 4 or 5 of them, came from up that way. Worked all the way through, same kind of path that most of the birds took. There's a couple hens. I mean, one was roosted right here, I don't know, 40 yards away or something like that. I don't know how I didn't bust him out of here. I'm gonna let these birds move off. Like I said, that was an awesome experience, had a lot of fun. I'm gonna let these birds move off, and I'm gonna jump to the next ridge and go as far as I can down. Try to strike up that last gobbling bird. It's the only bird gobbling this morning that I did not see and did not have in range. All the others ended up coming through. Gotta find a tom out here. Lord. I think there's a hen behind me. One flew right over me this morning. Some of the coolest vocalizations I've ever heard. She walked full circle around me, I don't know, 10 yards away, just hollering. We got that group of jakes to gobble a couple times. Then she worked down into this valley. I'm assuming she's crossing to the other side to get to those jakes. Like I said, covered up in turkey today. Just an awesome spot. I mean, great. It's great for public land, man. The only bad thing is, with all the jakes around me, that hen coming through, I haven't had a chance to even make a move towards that other gobbler that was out there this morning. It's 7:30 a.m. think what I'm going to end up doing is running this point out to the front until I can't really go any further, and just hope to strike that gobbler up again. Hope there's at least one tom out here. It's definitely going to be a few next year. I don't know, I made a move on this gobbler. I stayed on the opposite side of the ridge from him, and he worked his side. Still gobbling, right past me. Now he worked away. He was close. I just don't know why he never came over to give a peek, so I'm gonna try to make a move. It's gonna be tough, but I'm gonna try. He's still gobbling. We got on this ridge, basically where I started this morning, and still gobbling up there. I'm on the same face now that I started on this morning. He's got the high ground though. I can't really make a good move on him. So I'm gonna sit here and call, and hopefully he turns back around. He's not far. turkey down. Might be a Jake, but there's a turkey down in Virginia. Oh, Lord. Absolutely blitzed that bird. I love turkey hunting, man. I love it. Let's go. Oh. Man, I don't even care if that's a Jake. I don't even care. I've been in them all day. That's the ticket right there. He's 15 yards maybe. How do you beat a hunt like this? Yeah, it's a Jake, but I'm just tickled to death. I'm blown away. What an awesome hunt. I better get him before he rolls down the mountain. Not a lot of words can describe how awesome of a hunt today was. Got out in this spot. I shot my opening day bird last year, like a quarter mile up the ridge here. I wanted to dive in a little deeper today. Got to the top of this ridge I'm on right now and heard gobbling 2 ridges over, and I beelined right to him. Got there right before fly down, got set up, and turns out they were roosted like right next to me, which was just crazy. They ended up pitching down. I couldn't make out which were the hens and which were the jakes and if there were any toms, so I let them walk and set up on the next ridge where I heard like 3 or 4 more gobbling birds. Had a hen walk in, the most vocal hen I've ever seen in my life. It was so incredible to be that close to a real life hen calling. It really is a good teaching moment because that's what you want to sound like in the woods. I ended up getting set up on another gobbling bird on that ridge, and he just skirted me around the other side, and I essentially followed him 1 ridge at a time all the way up to this one. He stopped gobbling probably around 9:30, and I shot up this steep slope, got to the top, and took a breather, wiped the sweat off my brow, and let a call out, and they fired up maybe 100 yards up the ridge, like the same elevation, exactly how I want it to go. So I had a tree picked out, I set up on it, the sun at my back, which is perfect, and they came in on a string. I mean, the shot was like 15 yards maybe, and they didn't know I was in the world. I mean, they would have walked right by me, I think. Just an incredible hunt. The good Lord really blessed me today. I know it's just a Jake, and I started out the season passing up a few of them, and obviously I would have liked to have shot a tom, but with how many Jakes were out here, I counted maybe 6 or 7 of them just gobbling, and there's definitely more out here. It got harder and harder to keep passing up those Jakes, and with how awesome today's hunt was, I just wanted to cap it off with sealing the deal on a bird, and getting that monkey off my back and getting the skunk off me for this season, which I did. I just feel so blessed right now. Such a beautiful morning, such an amazing property. Public land is just, I couldn't ask for better hunting out here. The terrain can be rough, you got to put in a lot of hard work, but you can definitely get it done, and I've proved that again today. I'll be back out tomorrow probably once I get this bird cleaned up, but I'm going to take this all in, really enjoy my time out here, and just soak it all in. Guys, I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll catch you from the woods next time.